Hey, Brent here with 512 Detail. We're going to take you through the journey of our Mad Scientist coating package on this Challenger. And we're starting here with the wheels and tires. That red foam you're seeing there, or the red color in the foam, is the iron remover reacting with the ferrous or iron particles that are on the wheel faces. The same kind of iron is going to be all over your car. And what we're doing here on this step is a pre-foam. We're doing a different method for the wash here. One, to show that there's, more than one way to skin a cat, as they say. And two, because it was very hot outside and we had the AC in the garage nice and cranked. And so we are doing this method. We're using here a rinseless wash that has foaming abilities. This is McKee's F as in Frank 914. And once we foam this on, we're going to be doing the contact wash. And while I wouldn't recommend this step for a very well maintained vehicle, maybe like after a detail, probably not the best step because you want to rinse off anything first. But for this, since the paint was hammered, which you will see here shortly, I mean, any kind of marring that we might possibly induce this way is going to be nothing compared to what's already on the vehicle. Probably wouldn't even notice if we did anything at all. But I've been doing this method on my car personally, and I haven't added any marring doing that. Now, that could be because I have a good coating on there, the Mad Scientist coating, which we're actually applying to this car. But additionally, it's just not recommended if you want to be super safe because it could potentially lead to marring. I'm not going to say that it won't because I can't guarantee how everyone else is going to be actually doing those steps. And some people might try to take advantage and use it when they shouldn't be. I mean, I still see people with California car dusters at car shows. Those things are horrible on your car. Paraffin wax, and then you're just dragging dirt around. But anyways, we're moving on to our test spot here. We're doing a two-step correction, which is one step for the cut and one step for the polish. And that's going to allow us with the first step to get a nice cut and level into that clear coat. It does create a slight haziness because it's still not a perfected finish. And then after that, we use this second step to make that look much better. And you'll be able to see here the difference that that makes on the paint. It is a drastic difference. And if you're not having your vehicle at least minor polish to make the paint look a little bit better, you're missing out on a whole lot of shine because you're going to get more shine from this difference here to here than you're going to get if you took that right there and put a coating on top of it, because you're just going to get a shiny swirl at that point. You're not going to get reflections like this of the stool that lasted like 4 details. I had high hopes for you, stool. Anyways, you're not going to get these kind of reflections on your vehicle without proper paint correction. You can see that metallic flake was really blocked beforehand. Now we're going to be polishing the glass. We do this to clean up the glass. Not going to remove any scratches or anything. If like you have wiper blade scratches, this is not going to take them out. We're not using cerium oxide and a rayon pad or anything like that. Now we're attacking the matte paint. And this matte paint had a lot of water spots on it. We tried here after a wash, we tried Dr. Beasley's matte decontamination. We even hit it again with a second hit, and that did not take out the water spots. It did a great job of cleaning up the surface, but it's not going to attack those water spots. And so we had to go to some drastic measures and used an acid here. And we used that acid, we followed it with an alkaline. See, we're laying on the acid. This is going to be CCI's water spot remover. Probably one of the best acids in the game, but it is definitely a strong one. And we are neutralizing that with their alkaline spray, their neutralizer, and then we do a rinseless wash real quick, wipe down just to be double safe. That's the before. You see those spots that are in there? They don't just come out, and you can't necessarily polish matte. You shouldn't, at least. You could polish it, but you shouldn't. Now you see they're not in there anymore. We got, I would say, 99% of them. And you could actually see the matte. We got down to seeing so much of the actual matte surface that I thought the matte surface was just damaged because I had never seen matte that clean before. Those are just the lines that are going to be in it. That's not something that we did. And look at what we got off the roof. I took this photo because I couldn't believe how much we got off the roof just with the water spot remover. That was after we had decontaminated it. Now we're doing the matte coating. We're using Dr. Beasley's matte coating here. I wanted to give it a try, and so this was a perfect vehicle for that. This is a strange application process. You wet the surface with distilled water, and then you apply to your applicator, and then you apply into that wetness, and it starts beating up. It's actually kind of cool, but it's really strange. Um, and we did that on the other side here too. This gave that mat a nice sheen to it. It's hard to explain unless you saw the transformation in person, but man, I really liked it. Now, this step here, we're going back to the paint, and we are using C6 adhesion promoter polish. Could be a little controversial to use that before some coatings, but I trust the science here. And this, I've been testing it myself ever since it came out. I haven't had any issues. And yeah, you might say those issues would be years down the line. Yeah, they would, just as if any issue would be on a long-term coating like this. So you could find out you improperly applied the panel prep years down the line too. You're just never going to know. But we trust the process. We trust the science. Now we're applying the Mad Scientist coating, and this is CCI Revolution. This is only available in our full Mad Scientist package currently. The normal Mad Scientist package is going to be CCI Advanced, which is still a fantastic coating. We've been testing both of those coatings for over a year. Got a nice video of applying it here to the quarter and the shaker hood. And we're just going to leave you here with some music as I show you this shine. It looks fantastic, and I don't want to bore you anymore with my voice, so enjoy.